Say, kids, what time is it?
It's kind of like watching TV, but, in your car.
104.7 The Cave, Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens in the studio. It is Dark Side of the Stream, episode 116, Killer Sally.
Finally, girl.
A love story about roid rage.
Roid rage. A good roid rage love story.
You don't hear that too often. Before we do this, I played Jay the clip of the karate instructor from Napoleon Dynamite. Starla, you think I get to look like this and go to Starla every night?
I have a feeling that Starla might have been this girl.
Dude, that's why I had to check, because I was like, but
it
it's
looked
not.
like her.
Totally different. Bodybuilder chick.
Bodybuilder chicks probably look alike, right?
Full disclosure here. If you choose to build your body, whether you're male, female, whatever, that's your choice. We're not knocking you for doing that. We're not knocking you for wanting to be muscular or whatever it is you want to look like. But what I will say is use caution when it comes to the PEDs and steroids. Now, Jay is a fitness guy. Jay and I both work out. Jay's definitely more hardcore than I am for sure. But you ever been tempted by the steroids?
I would do it. I would, but it'll jack with my voice, so I can't do it.
Really?
I don't even do testosterone replacement because which I should at my age, but because of the fact it'll jack with my voice, because I know another musician in town here who's doing TRT, and he's lost his high-end registry.
Range.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's like, because I asked him, how's the TRT going? Oh man, I feel great, and this and that. He's getting in really good shape. He feels great. And I go, how's your voice? And he goes, I never thought about it, but my high end, I'm having a hard time about high end. I'll go, it's from the TRT. Yeah.
Wow. So I didn't think
I can't afford to do that. So I have to
No. I feel you. I do
creatine,
Yeah. And
protein shakes and creatine.
They were throwing creatine in our faces when I was in junior high in football, bro. We had junior high kids taking creatine back in the day.
Yeah.
Which that's the thing about this is like, it is anyone that tells you that's into bodybuilding or any kind of like weight gain, fitness wise, will tell you building muscle is extremely
it's a very slow process. Yeah.
It takes a long time. You got to eat a lot. I lived with a bodybuilder for a year.
I don't eat a lot either. That's a problem.
Well, that's the thing, dude. Like if you want to do it correctly, and the guy I lived with he didn't take any kind of enhancement drugs or anything like that, but the dude ate constant turkey, eggs. Like dude was just, it was just unbelievable. And with anything diet wise, you look at it and you're like, God, is that really worth it? You know what I mean? But some people it is, man.
I try ride the line of the happy medium. Being fit, in shape, getting a little bit bigger, but not bulking out where I have to cut.
So anyway, we're going to discuss the documentary. It's called Killer Sally. It describes the life of Sally McNeil, which she is currently free now.
She's out of jail now.
She's out of jail.
Spoiler alert.
Alert.
We screwed up. Spoiler alert.
Oh, yeah.
She was in jail.
She got released like 2 years ago or something like that. Anyway, she was convicted for the murder of her husband and Mr. Olympia competitor Ray McNeil.
Well, he had a body on him, didn't he?
They both did.
Unbelievable.
They were just huge. But again, that's why we started talking about the steroids, because as anyone, whether it's steroids or drug abuse, when you have two people that are already crazy kind of personalities, which both of these people were, you throw in something that's going to make you go up and down mentally, years of abuse on both sides, something is going to happen. Something bad.
Powder cake waiting to blow, man.
But before that went down, we'll talk about what Sally was into next. Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens back in the studio. It's Dark Side of the Stream, episode 116, Killer Sally, which you can find this documentary on Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
So Sally was born in Pennsylvania. She says that she was raised in an extremely abusive home. She said that she experienced violence so frequently that she just thought that was commonplace.
Right.
And her father was a raging alcoholic, would abuse her mother all the time. And she thought that was just normal, which, a lot of people do.
Well, and that's where here's the PSA. You can break the cycle.
Yeah.
Might be hard.
Dude, yeah.
Might be hard, but if you've grown up in that situation, you don't have to pass that situation along. Yeah. So try not to pass that situation.
We as parents, we try to make as make it so easier on our kids by teaching them, giving them the tools, because inevitably you can only do so much as a parent and they're going to do what they're going to do, but you want to make it better for your kids. And I think that starts with breaking the cycle of the things that made you the way you are, that you kind of look back and you're like, I don't think that was so good. Right. Try to be better. Some people can't. It just happens that way and it sucks. But yes, that is a great PSA, Jay. Break the cycle of abuse, especially if you're raised in a house where that was commonplace, fighting, infighting, all that stuff.
It might be tough to break.
It might be tough to break, but
just try to break the
therapy,
cycle.
stuff like that will help you, and just try to be better for your kids. So Sally was extremely athletic. She swam, dove, ran.
Star athlete, competed with the boys. Yeah.
And this is where I think there was a lot of things that happened in her life that was really sad. Of course, her upbringing in a very abusive home was sad. The other thing that was really heartbreaking was that she was so good and so athletic. She got into college and literally for 3.5 years busted her ass in college. And then at the last semester, ran out of money, had to drop out.
Yeah, that's
one more semester, which is just so sad. So then after that, she goes in the Marine Corps. She got to a sergeant, and she actually won the U.S. Armed Services Physique Championship twice in the late 80s, which is pretty awesome. But with that, you can start to see some issues of anger in her, right? Like she definitely got in trouble while she was in the military.
She seemed like she had no problem punching somebody if somebody gave her a hard time.
Yeah, if someone messed with her, her solution was violence. Yeah. But again,
Hughes was short.
You could go back to her upbringing and saying that's probably what it was, but she would lash out at others to the point where her behavioral record was so bad that she couldn't re-enlist. Like, I mean, when it comes to the military, if you do good, like they will do anything to keep you in there. Like throw all this money at you, all these things, right?
Oh, really? Nice.
Oh, yeah, dude. My best friend Charlie's been in for decades because every time he's like, all right, I'm almost out, they throw more money at him. He's like, I re-signed another.
Shout out to Charlie.
I got to get it. But if you're no good, they're going to say, here's the door. And that's what they did with Sally. And that's when she met Ray McNeil and started her own bodybuilding during her service, which I think is probably when she started. I don't know, because they were drug testing her, so I don't think she was using roids when she was in the Marines. Did she?
No, probably not. I mean, I don't think you could get away with that.
No, I mean, I
don't know.
They probably popped her. But anyway, she gets with Ray.
But when you get in that circuit, I think
when they start getting the bodybuilding circuit with Ray, who was definitely using roids, that's when things started to get a little hairy, and that's what we're going to talk about next. Dark Side of the Stream, pardon the pun, next on 104.7 The K. Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The K, Springfield's pure classic rock. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens back in the studio discussing Killer Sally. So Sally gets through her time in the Marines, and then she meets up with Ray, who I guess they dated for just a couple months and then got married. Great.
Yeah, not a good call. I mean, people do it, but
yeah,
it's risk.
But she met them in the whole competitive bodybuilding circuits, and of course they started bodybuilding together. Probably started using steroids together. Straight out of the gate, this dude started abusing her and her 2 kids that she had with a previous relationship.
Right.
Which
this is where the line gets a little blurry.
Yeah. So before we did this, Jay and I kind of made the joke, like, you know, man, did you see a picture of this chick? She's huge, like. She's just big and strong and all this stuff. There is a market, just like there's a market for guys who like to watch feet videos on TikTok. There's also a market where guys will do or pay you a lot of money if you're a bodybuilding chick to hang out with you. And that's
come and wrestle.
Yeah, that's how this chick.
Guys are paying her to come over and wrestle.
So, as a guy who does martial arts,
yeah, maybe girls should pay me to come over and wrestle.
You've gone one-on-one with a chick before, right?
Yeah, we have girls that I train with.
So, was there like, were you like thinking in your back of your mind, like, hey, girl, you should charge guys to do this?
No, but maybe they should. Shout out.
Jay gets thrown up on his back. He's laying there, pin going.
I'll bring that up at the
in my life.
I'll bring that up at the academy, I guess, this afternoon.
And they probably pick you up and throw you on your back immediately for mentioning.
There's a few tough girls for sure.
But in anything, when it comes to females, unfortunately, there is a market for guys out there will pay you a lot of money. So she started wrestling men on video for $300 an hour, earning the moniker Killer Sally.
And this is long ago. This is what, the 90s? So
yeah,
it's probably more than that now.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And she made enough money doing this that she was able to support her family, including Ray, who was able to leave the Marines,
who ate a lot of eggs, we learned.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier with my old roommate, dude. I'm not even kidding.
I think they said he ate 170 eggs a week or something like that.
Like, I mean, we're talking not a carton of eggs, a carton, like a pallet, crate of eggs.
You need a chicken farm.
Our fridge.
You need a chicken farm to support that habit.
All the time. Pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds and pounds of turkey. I'll never forget it. Like, that's literally all, because I didn't have any money and I was living life on the wild side at this point. So I didn't have food in the fridge. You'd open our fridge, it'd be liquor, eggs, and turkey. That's it.
Damn.
The dude ate constantly.
Oh, good for him.
And again, he was huge. He was huge. But that's what you have to do if you want to build up and you want to bulk up. You got to constantly eat. Your body has to have those calories somewhere to just bulk up. So that's what he did, along with using steroids that made him crazy, which Sally, again, blamed him for his violent behavior was because of his roid rage. But in 1993, he competed in Mr. Olympia and got 15th. Now, that's saying something. Because you look at those competitions.
Oh, man, yeah.
These dudes are like.
Unbelievable.
I mean, like, their muscles on their necks have muscles. It's like the cartoon crazy. Where they bulk up and then a little arm comes up and it's got little
like a blowfish. Yeah,
it's just crazy, unbelievable. And I always laugh at those videos where you get these dudes that are just so bulked up and then they put a sticky note on their back and they can't get it. You know what I mean? They literally can't.
Yeah, you ain't scratching your back, man.
It blows my mind.
Wow.
But anyway, so this Ray guy kind of reminded me of you, not the bodybuilding part, but just because he was just like kind of into a little. Yeah, he was a playboy. Yeah. He was a little into everything. He was a bodybuilder, Mr. Olympia. He took acting classes, even did stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
you
know who this reminds me of?
Yeah, that's that narcissist behavior, baby.
I'm gonna try a little bit of everything, see if it works. Well, he did. And inevitably, it went south. He was kind of seeing some chicks on the side. Sally was still dealing with all her rages. I guess she attacked a mailman at one point, which was not a good look.
Yeah, beat up her friend's dad, son's friend's dad.
Beat up a bouncer for dancing on the table.
Yeah.
She threatened to kill multiple people. Then it all came to a head in 1995, where she called 911 and said that she shot and killed her husband because he beat her up. Still to this day, she maintains her innocence, says that it was self-defense, but she would inevitably be convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 19 years to life, which she only ended up, I think she got up in 2020, so she served, 23, 24?
Quite a bit of years, a bit of years.
Which currently she's out somewhere in California working at a warehouse.
And she's got a new man. She got remarried.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which that guy's rolling the dice, right?
Dude. I mean, hey, if she,
could you do it? Could you do it if you if you knew that a chick had killed her previous lover?
No.
Could you date her?
No way.
You wouldn't roll that dice?
No. Would you? I know. Yeah. See, that's your answer for everything. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. To me, no. I mean, yeah, that'd be great, but if they got the help they needed, but like. Red flags are there. That's why they're called red flags. And
that's probably the most massive of all red flags, right? It's a red banner is what that is.
Ginormous. Like, what if she's having a dream one night, and she has like a flashback, and I'm just laying in bed holding my pillow.
Ride the lightning, baby. Ride the lightning.
Killer Salad on top of me, just raining blows upon me, and I'm just like, what did I do? I'm just laying here. Not my jam, dude. Not my jam. We'll get to our conclusion and how many bottles of steroids we give this as our review next. Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave. 104.7 The Cave. Mike the Intern, Jay Stevens back in the studio one more time for Dark Side of the Stream episode 116, Killer Sally.
This was my pick, right? So
this was your pick. I get the next one, which I already got in my head. I'm ready to go.
Cool.
I've kind of started it already.
How many bottles of steroids?
How many bottles? I'd give it probably a solid 4. I mean, because ultimately I like when these things are short and to the point. You know what I mean? It was 3 episodes, right? But like it wasn't. That's
a good number. I've been noticing. I think a lot of them lately have been 3. I've been noticing.
Yes,
I think they're watching our show and they're catching the wind when they're too long.
We gotta.
These two guys in Missouri tell us our shows are a little too long, guys.
We should start getting a check. Netflix.
We should be Netflix consultants.
But ultimately, I thought it was a well done story. It was something we do killer people and bad relationships and people that are.
But this was a woman
messed up.
doing it. This
We
was a
We haven't done a
script.
female bodybuilder
Yeah, it's a
before.
flip script. So
And it's a crazy story. I mean, it really is crazy that guys would pay her $300 to wrestle her and all these weird things that guys
wacky.
are into. It's just like, what the hell is going on?
there's a whole world out there.
I bet
Mike.
there is. And that's why OnlyFans exists. We still need to get our OnlyFans going too. I'd like to get that as a side hustle somehow. But either way, Sally's out. She's remarried, seems to be doing okay. Hopefully she's not beating up any male members, but she actually met her husband through Veterans Transition Center support group, which is really cool. So that stuff actually does work. If you need help, get the help, talk to someone. You always have a better solution than just shooting someone.
Violence is never the answer.
Never. And if you're in an abuse situation, there are a ton of places around this area that can get you out and get you help. Get out, get the help you need. That's the thing about Springfield that's really good, is there are literally places for you to help get you out of that situation. There is hope. There is a way out. Anyway, my PSA is over. Next week we do the Texas Killing Fields on Netflix, a place they just have been finding bodies for decades.
Really?
Could be related, might not be, could just be a place out in the middle of nowhere where a lot of people just say, hey, this is a great place to dump a body. And that's what it is.
Aliens, maybe?
Could be aliens, could be the ancient apocalypse. I don't know. Could be something, but your homework for the next Dark Side of the Stream, Killing Fields in Texas on Netflix. As always, stream these live, 1047thecave.com on Facebook, YouTube, or as a podcast on our 104.7 The Cave app every Thursday at 9 a.m. I'm Mike the Intern. This is Jay Stevens reminding you we watch movies so you don't have to. It's Dark Side of the Stream on 104.7 The Cave.